we'll bring our unique take on how these fights are going to play out and who we think are the best bets. Welcome to the MMAnomaly Show. No filter. And now your hosts, Olin, a.k.a. MMAnomaly, Emiliano, a.k.a. Jive Turkey Nano, and Alex Pip, a.k.a. Pip's Piano Tips.
What is up, fight fans? Welcome back to another episode of the MMAnomaly Show, No Filter. I'm your host, Olin, a.k.a. MMAnomaly, and as you can see, this week, the lunatics have taken over the asylum. I have two of the OGs, the realest of the real, the homies with me. I got Kick Him in the Head, Mr. Keith himself, and then I've got the living legend. Got the living legend here. Ola of the Fight Week Show, the lifeblood of the Fight Week Show. I mean, if you're not tapped into both of those channels, don't do me a favor. Do you a favor and lock the fuck in. Comment on some of their videos, subscribe, smash that bell for notifications so you know when they're doing their thing. And without further ado, before we jump into the card that is UFC 330, Keith, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing amazing here on the MMAnomaly Show. It's been a while. Good to always talk MMA with you guys. I'm looking forward to this fight card because, woo, Makhachev, Gary. Oh, yeah. Oh, let's go. Welterweight championship. Double champ versus the Irishman who's trying to beat McGregor. Let's go.
Let's go. Ola, how you feeling, brother? How you living?
Hey, bro. I'm stoked about this card. I'm excited about this card. And the fact that me and you had to kick Keith in the head just to get him back on this show right here, it was something beautiful, man. And Team Khabib is back to represent, man. You know what I mean? We're over here and we're representing for my boy, goddammit. And boy, let everybody understand and notice that my boy Olin has pulled up with a chin strap this weekend. You know what I mean? For the doggies, man. Salute to you, my boy.
I'm ready to grapple Kraken after that white belt tournament he just won, brother. I got plus 10 grappling stats when I shave this bad boy off.
Let's go.
Oh, man. I was doing good coming into the show, but I'll be honest, after chatting with you boys a little bit pre-show, I'm doing a lot better. Before we jump into the fight card, let's jump into the chat, and then we'll get to these fights. Blake Gonzalez, my guy. Shout out to this legend. I met him at the airport on a previous work trip. How was the quick work trip? It was fantastic. Got to meet with one of my clients, got to meet a couple new points of contact, and talked a lot of numbers and a lot of data, my friend.
Big up Blake. Big up Blake.
Tyrese Strikes, the big boy show. Let's go, Tyrese, my guy. And Rain G. Oh, I'm so happy to see you here, my friend. I know that means we're going to be getting some great intel when it comes to the bets and the props this week.
Let's go.
This guy is a sharp capper. So I'm very excited to see who he's taking.
I like to listen to, like, you know, you saw what I did the other week, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I be cashing out. I do my cashing out shit. You know, I try to say, yo, you saw the thing. You know what I mean? We're not waiting for winnings to go through. We cashing out, man. You know what I mean? When it's time to cash out, you fucking push the button and cash the fuck out, goddammit.
The cash out king, baby.
Cash out king, brother. We live by that name.
Ola and panel, bless up. AFC 87, always. You bless up, brother. I appreciate you being here.
Big up my boy. Big up my boy, AFC.
Sally Juds or Sally Judah. I don't know which one you meant, but either way, respect. Oh, man. So this week we have UFC 330, which is, of course, headlined by Islam Makhachev, who I have a bit of a relationship with to an extent, or at least I used to, and Ian Gary. So I'm going to just start off by saying there will be bias, okay? But it will be bias based and just foundationally set on facts and data, okay, folks? I'm not going to
be on
the beard.
Speak for yourself.
I mean,
based on the beard. By the beard.
I think you might know who I'm pulling for here. So,
on my face.
I'll save my pick for last because I feel like it's a bit of a spoiler alert as soon as you saw the mustache.
I mean, this guy is talking about facts and logics. like any kind of facts is gonna make you choose the other guy. Like, that's why I can speak for yourself. You know what I mean?
I understand. Lord of the Pies, my guy, Anomaly. Good to see you guys. Good to see you as well, my friend. Tap out the like button and chokehold subscribe. Oh, I love that. Let's fucking go.
Always
the money.
Come on.
Let's go.
That's
brother.
the homie right
look,
there.
I'm gonna give my pick last. I'm gonna give my breakdown last. Before I do, Ola, tell me how you're feeling about this main event of the evening between Islam Makhachev and Ian Gary. How do you see it playing out? And do you think Vegas and the bettors are getting it right? Because right now, Islam is a bit of a favorite.
Yeah. Look, I love the bouts. I love the Islam Fight Week. And what these brothers always project, at least to the people that are watching and people that that are getting set to watch the fight, is you're always going to be amazed by what you see on the pitch, especially if you're a fight fan. If you're a fight fan, MMA fan, you love to watch these guys. And Ian Gary, one of the most technical guys in the welterweight division. This guy really, I don't think he's been finished. You know what I mean? So maybe if you want to see something that's not really been done before, maybe tune in this weekend. It might just happen, But yeah, talking about how I'm feeling about this card. Yeah, man, I'm very, very stoked for this card, man. People tend to forget that we got 2 titles on this fucking card. You know what I mean? The co-main and the main. There's a lot going on with this card, brother. And I'm here to break it down with you.
I am excited about it, my guy. I am excited about it. Y'all, what do you think's going to happen? Ian Gary, I'm teeing this up for you a little bit perfectly. I got to give myself a little pat on the back here. Ian Gary gave you a little layup, if you will. Y'all, he said he intends to kick him in the head. How do you feel about that? Do you think he's going to land a prolific head kick on Islam Makhachev? Or do you think it's wishful thinking and pennies in the wishing well?
At this point, 2 things. First of all, I'm still wrestling with the thumbnail. Second of all, I hope my network doesn't drop because I keep disappearing. Thirdly, teeing it up for me is what Ian Gary complained about with another reporter in the presser, which was really boring and kind of fun at the same time. Head kick, yes. Apparently, McGregor, my client, predicted that he would win by head kick in this fight. What are the odds of that? I think he's more likely to win by a knee than a head kick because we know Islam will go down. And if he's been practicing well enough with his takedown defense and his timing, there is a there's a chance that he can catch Islam on the way down with something, and there goes the fight. So I don't think it's the craziest prediction, especially if you're talking about going up against someone who is as grapple heavy, wrestle heavy as Islam Makhachev. If you catch him circling out, and we know Ian Gary's taller than him, he's got range, he's got that high kick, even though I think they might have the same reach because Ian Gary's got little Tyrannosaurus arms. It's quite entertaining. But look, I see Islam winning this, honestly, but we'll get to the picks. But I think it's going to be very interesting to see if Gary can neutralize the wrestling, activate the striking, or do the Francis Ngannou. I think his best chance is to Francis Ngannou Islam and keep Islam on his back. And I think that'll make Islam so uncomfortable that he loses possibly by decision. Because I think the best way to win this is either catch him by a head kick in the first round or make him uncomfortable for 5 rounds. Wait, when's the last time Islam went 5 rounds? Has Islam ever gone 5 rounds? Who's taking
he
5
went
rounds?
He went to the 5th round against DP, I believe. But he finished it.
No, that was the 4th round, wasn't it?
Or it was it was the 4th round. You're right. I don't think he's gone 5 rounds. No, hold on.
Yeah, he didn't.
JDM.
Oh yeah, that went all 5. You're right. He didn't finish him. You're right. He just beat him up for 5 rounds.
He just beat the shit out of him, made him look like he was going to cry.
Didn't he go 5 rounds with Volk as well? The first fight.
Yeah,
he did. The first fight.
Okay, twice. Okay, cool.
No,
See, I
the
think
second
the guy
fight,
can make
he
it.
got him with that head kick, brother. That same kick that fucking hurt my
Yeah,
shit.
that's why I wrote the first fight.
I remember that second fight, brother. I had like 6 people I hadn't talked to in 4+ years texting me during that second fight as soon as it happened. Like, bro, his kicks, you were right. Thank you. I'm aware.
And thank you, Rangy.
Close to getting finished versus Prates. Time's up. Islam sub late. Gary has no chance, says Brig Matthews. Welcome to the chat, Brig. And Rangy said JDM. Yeah, JDM was a 5-round fight. Now, if you're looking at straight odds, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but straight bets ain't one. We're looking at the props, folks. Because if you look at straight bets here, Islam Makhachev is minus 362. There's not a lot of juice in that squeeze, if you know what I mean. If you like Ian Gary here, maybe take the juice there. It's plus 290. I would respect that money line pick. I wouldn't recommend putting a prop bet on Ian Gary, to be completely frank, because we don't know what's going to happen when he goes in there against an Islam, but we do know he has a puncher's chance and a kicker's chance. One thing I want to note, though, as far as the betting before I give my actual breakdown, is that I think Islam will finish him inside the distance, and there's a lot of juice to be made on that squeeze. So personally, I put 1.5 units on Islam to win by submission, and that's going to net back 3 units in pure profit, plus my 1.5 units back in my bank. So that's a very profitable bet, right? But if you want to know what I really think is going to happen, guys, I'm going to be frank with you. I think he's going to get it done via ground and pound. Ian Gary, when being taken down, has shown that he's willing to relinquish the ability to get back up. He gets the body triangle when he's on his back, which is the worst thing you can do. Ask your boy Kraken. You said he's getting pretty good at BJJ, yeah? He would probably tell you, 2nd, 3rd week of being a fucking white belt, you learn when you're on your back, butterfly, shrimp, work to the cage, work to the wall. There's a number of things you're being told to do. One of the things you're being told not to do is sink in a body triangle when you're on the fucking bottom. Because all you're doing is locking your opponent in position on top of you. Yeah. You're negating the power of strikes he's able to generate, but you're not negating the number.
Supposed to be running that butterfly.
Exactly. You got to spring him up, brother. You got to springboard him. I've told you guys this numerous times. I've never been a grappler. But when I was at the height of my training at AKA, when I was going 4 to 5 times a week, I could put up 890 pounds on a linear leg press for 9 fucking reps. Because I knew nobody that wrestles me is going to be 800 pounds.
Yeah.
And if he's under that, he's going for a fucking ride. I could do that 9 times. And then it's my fucking playing field. We're having fun now. So I genuinely think Ian should learn a couple things about that. And that's why I think ground and pound is just a smart play, or just finish in general. So if you take him by TKO, KO, or DQ, 1 unit turns into over 5 units back. You're getting 7.5 units back in pure profit.
That's good.
Brother, I layered those both in. I did 1 unit on that. I did 1.5 on the other. No matter what, if Islam finishes the fight, your boy gets paid, right? We're up multiple units. So going into my actual breakdown and why I'm thinking the way that I'm thinking, let me give you the wavelength here, boys. We've seen Ian Gary do really well in previous fights against grapplers. I think we can both agree, or all 3 agree on that, right? Like Shavkat Rakhmonov, great grappler. Carlos Prates, he is a Thai guy, but his grappling is solid. And neither guy was really able to do anything. I would say the better of those 2 grapplers is the pure grappler, Shavkat Rakhmonov. Let's talk about what he brings to the table. It's not even comparable to Islam Makhachev, bro. It's like comparing California to Oregon or California to Louisiana, brother. They are different worlds, if you know what I'm saying. Shavkat goes for high crotch or body locks. He will cinch his hands around your back and then hip toss you. Islam hunched the legs. He hunched the feet. If he can't do that, he will go to the body because he's got that in the well too. But make no mistake about it, I was there. I was fucking 6 rows away from it when he did it to my favorite fighter of all time. And DP. Dustin looked good.
DP.
But let me tell you something else. He was keeping up with Dustin on the feet. And I would tell you, Dustin is a better boxer than Ian Gary could ever dream of being.
Oh, bro.
It's like the speed, the timing. Come on.
You know the worst part about that fight, and it's one of the things I'm looking forward to in this fight as well. DC can't help himself but to be so biased. But in that fight with Islam and DP, he didn't know how to talk. Like he didn't know where to go with it. Because he loves Dustin Poirier because of the Lafayette and, you know what I mean, where they're from in Louisiana and stuff. And he loves Islam because of the AKA connection and all of that stuff. In this fight, he gonna have a hair. I can't wait to hear DC's biased fucking commentary on this shit, man.
It's gonna be worse than mine.
It's gonna be golden, bro. It's gonna be golden. I'm looking forward to it. Man.
Lazy, yes, I did. He said I missed the start, but did Olin shave his mustache in support of his AKA brother? I do it every time Islam fights. I used to do it when Khabib fought too.
Yeah, well, I did
from the first year I started training
yeah.
at AKA. It's always been a thing, and my significant other hates it every single time. I literally called her. I did it right after she left for work this morning. I called her. I was like, I just want to let you know, it is Islam Fight Week, and she's like, chin strap, and I was like, yeah. She's like, all right.
Hey, they know the deal. They know what comes with this shit, bro. They know what comes with this shit. They know what comes with it.
I like this. Not a puncher's chance, maybe a kicker's chance. I agree. Like the kick is going to be nice, but I also want to tell you, I love Carlos Prates. I would say I'm a Carlos Prates fanboy to an extent, right? Do you think that Carlos Prates has a stronger chin than Islam Makhachev? I simply don't know. He's been knocked out a hell of a lot more times in Muay Thai, and just in general, he's been put down, right? He ate a solid head kick from Ian Gary and didn't even budge. He landed a jab off of it.
He was drunk.
So what I'm saying is, you think that head kick that didn't even move him back is going to knock out Islam Makhachev? I just feel like that's a bit crazy. Oh, man. Sarah Basing. Hi. How you doing, Sarah?
Sarah
nice to see you in the
Basing.
chat. Basing. Brig, kick him in the head. And Dixon, my guy, welcome to the chat. I am so happy you're here, bro. You always give me such good props. Olin, think about this. Islam may not want to land ground and pound unless he has the Dagestani handcuff, because if he gives up control to land punches, Ian will scramble to get up. It's smother or sub, in my honest opinion. That's why I sprinkled it in. I don't know when you joined, but I put I put 1.5 units on him by sub. So I simply think he gets it done inside the distance. Olin Shalah. My guy, Olin Shalah. Oh, I love it, brother. All right, let's jump into the next fight, boys. We have another title fight. This one is getting, I'll be honest, it's getting poo-pooed on a little bit here, boys. And I don't like it. I don't understand why. I don't understand. I think the disrespect is fucking stupid.
I love this fight. Bro.
I want to see this more than I want to see Zhang versus either of these ladies, because this is competitive.
Yep.
And I mean no disrespect to the ladies competing by saying that. So Ola, I love the excitement for you on this one, so I'll give it to you first. How do you see this one going in the women's division here? They are going to be fighting for the belt. It is Mackenzie Dern versus Jillian Robertson.
Yeah, Jillian Robertson is one of, if not one of the most savage fighter in that division right there. And we know what Mackenzie Dern is all about. But the problem that I have with Mackenzie Dern is this. Great champion. She looks fantastic. Lost in that divorce settlement, but who gives a damn? How far I bring it up anyways? You know what I mean? This is why we're all here.
Since you brought that up, Ola.
Now she got to pay the husband. But
Ian said he wished women ruled the world. And then they asked Mackenzie Dern about that. They're like, do you wish women ran the world? And she said, I like a man that takes charge. Dude, the comments in that fucking post saying, yeah, she definitely does. Her ex is still taking charge of her bank account.
Bro, she don't seem like she's mad at it too. You know what I mean? She don't seem like
her ex trains with Ian Gary, by the way. Fun fact.
Hey, bro, the thing with Ian Gary is this. Like, look, I don't even want to digress to Ian Gary. Let me give Jillian Robertson the proper fucking time that she deserves on here. You know what I mean? I'll go take it slow too. Right. So check this out. Jillian Robertson, for me, I think you just caught on. Jillian Robertson is one of those that, bro, she just mangles you up in the fucking cage. I feel like Mackenzie Dern will go in there, try and look for that sub. It's a quick, easy, you know what I mean, easy thing. And I think Jillian Robertson is going to be prepared for all eventualities. She's going to be prepared for it. She's one of them that goes right to the, like, to she goes right into the fucking paint, right in the paint. She gets right in it, and she don't mind irking out decisions. Like, she ick it out if she has to, right? She's got the skills. She can do ground and pound, finish it there. But the one thing that we know is dangerous about Mackenzie Dern, that submission is always there. The submission threat is always there. But Jillian's grappling, I feel, is good enough, is reputable enough. We've seen it play out so many times to neutralize whatever jiu-jitsu or whatever submission game that Mackenzie Dern is going to be bringing, because we know Mackenzie Dern's boxing and striking ain't all that. We've seen it. The striking ain't all that. It's not there. Like, if she went in there and stand, you know, like with one of these better strikers in the division, she'll get smoked. She'll get lit the fuck out. Like, we seen in the last card, like, these girls are out here they're knocking each other out. Like, they're girls in the division that got hands. But for me, Mackenzie Dern, she's one of them that throws a couple strikes just to get hold of you, try to take you down, and then look for the sub right there and then. But for me, I think Jillian Robertson is going to have a proper game plan to neutralize that if it does get to that. And we know Mackenzie Dern is going to be going for it. So for me, if I got to pick one, I'll go with Jillian Robertson on this one, man. You know what I mean? She's going to be my dog of the week too. God damn.
I like that. That's your dog of the week, because that gives me a possible chance to catch up to you. Lazy Bed said,
catch up to me? What, you ain't gonna pass me yet? I missed the whole card last week, dog. Mirror in the silly moments, bro. You know, I took my time with it too. Yeah, I took my time with it.
Yeah, you did. You fucking faking ass motherfucker. My favorite stat of the week, says Lazy Bed, is Jillian Robertson's opponents, her last during her 5-fight win streak in the UFC, are 0-19 in their last 19 UFC fights. That's a pretty wild stat, bro.
I mean, if you put it like that, it makes it look bad, but like,
I mean, they're trying so hard to get a Canadian champ, right? you gotta respect the hustle.
And I think
my favorite is Jillian beat both girls that beat Dern. There you go, Ola. That's a solid stat for you. Jillian has wins over both girls that beat Dern. That's solid.
Yeah.
Biana is 0-4 in her last 4 fights. Watterson is 0-5 in her last 5. Pinheiro is 0-4 in her last 4 fights. Rodriguez is 0-3 in her last 3 fights. And Limoges is 0-3 in her last 3 fights. Lazy Bed. Love it when you back it up with sound stats there.
Craziness.
How are you doing, brother?
Lazy's got some good points there. But for me, I listened to the press conference. I watched the press conference. I've seen Mackenzie Dern fight, and I've seen Jillian Robinson fight. And what Jillian said for me is really the key to this fight. They asked her, how are you planning to approach this fight? Well, they asked them both. Mackenzie Dern said, a little bit of grappling, a little bit of wrestling, a little bit of this and that, and, try and work my striking, and I'm going to win the fight. Jillian Robinson's answer was, I'm going to approach this fight with violence. Period, thought. And Mackenzie Dern doesn't take violence. There's certain fighters that like structure in their fights. They want to know, I go, you go, or, like it's structured. It's proper MMA. Mackenzie Dern is one of those fighters. Jillian Robinson is just a violent woman.
She's just savage with it, bro.
With skill. It's violent skill. And I think that's really going to be the difference in this fight, is the mentality of how they approach it. The champion's coming in to fight a fight that she's there to win. Jillian Robinson's coming in to beat someone up. And I think that person who's going to get beaten up is Mackenzie Dern.
Yeah. I'm with it.
Look, I think both of you guys' assessments are fair. Right? I thought if we agreed on one, it'd be one that I had bias in. I have no bias in this one. Right? I like both ladies. I will honestly tell you, David Goggins is a hilarious comment. I'm sorry. That's fucking hilarious, dude.
Pull up with David Goggins, man. You know what I mean?
Who's gonna carry the boats, y'all?
I mean, do you see what that guy did to Tony Ferguson, y'all? Like, bro.
And then he did it to Izzy.
Yeah, bro. Like, get that guy away from MMA fighters, bro. Like,
what is the opposite of the Midas touch? That's what he has when it comes to MMA fighters. That's hella funny. Who's gonna carry the boats? Look, cheers to everybody new and old in the chat. If you're here, if you're drinking, drink with me. If not, that's fine too. We appreciate you for being here all the same. Like, comment, subscribe, smash the bell for notifications, and big ups.
Salute. Yeah, man. Hey, yo, what kind of vodka you got in that bottle there, bro?
I was just about to say, I'm pretty sure Ola's drinking liquid cocaine over there. Energy is
I got that 47% Bombay Sapphire. Let's go.
Hey, my liquid just turned off for Colombia, man. You know what I mean? Hey, bro.
Ola about to hit us with that Lil Wayne. Hey, if it's in my cup, don't ask what's in my cup.
I just let it all work out.
It's in my cup.
It's all working out, man. All working out. Come on.
Oh, you fucking love to see it, brother. You love to see it. Look, I'm gonna be the lone tide in this one. That's why I felt the need to do a shot there. I'm standing by myself.
Hold on.
What?
Hold on. Who's this Graham? Hey, Graham Topspur, what you doing here? Like, how did you find me, dog? Like, bro.
Hola for Vinny. We got a Lee raid going on, too.
Guy, man.
Let's go.
Big up my boy Lee Gunner. That's my boy Lee Gunner right there, man. That's what I said. How this brother find me? Big up everybody, man. Big up all
Hola
the
for FC Satua coach. Let's go.
All the rats are in the house, man. Big up my people, them. Salute. Yeah, man. That's what's up.
Hell yeah. All these people coming in. Let's fucking go, folks. Let's go. Love to see it. Hope you guys are hyped for these fights coming up. And
Let's get it.
Look, I was just about to tell you why I'm the solo guy going for Mackenzie Dern on this panel. Dern's jiu-jitsu vocabulary is elite, right? She's got sweeps, arm bars, the whole bag, right? Lions and tires and bears, oh my. And she's added just enough striking and toughness, right? I agree with what you said, y'all. I'm not going to stand on a pedestal and fight you on this. I think when the fight gets dirty, she does show a little bit of weakness, right? She does back away from the fire, so to speak. She's not a fireman or a firewoman, as Teddy Atlas had that famous speech about. But she trains with Jason Perillo, who, in my opinion, is like a drunk and or high version of Trevor Whitman. He's a great coach, world-class mind. He's sharpened a lot of tools for a lot of fighters, and Mackenzie's just another one to add to the list. So like I said, she's added enough striking and toughness to hang in 5-round wars. And I do agree, Robertson is aggressive. She's a high-volume finisher. She's got crazy submission numbers and very heavy top pressure. She's dangerous when she gets top position and starts dropping bombs. The hole, though, is that she can get a little bit reckless and leave openings when somebody else presents grappling, right? We've seen her falter when other people have stronger grappling than her. And I would tell you, when Mackenzie Dern entered the UFC, however many years ago, the worst thing about her was her entries. And I said the same thing about Damian Maia. I've said the same thing about Charles Oliveira. These BJJ practitioners, pure BJJ fighters, it's kind of that situation where they lay on their back and they're like, get in my guard, bro. Let's play my game. And if you make them come back up, you beat the fuck out of them. So, like, that was Mackenzie for the... I'm making a bad joke, but you know it's true, Ola. Like, in the first three fights, that was Dern.
I see Schnell do that shit, like, so many times, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, she's done it, bro. So, like, I'm watching her fights, and as I've seen her last, like, 3-4 fights, I've seen that she doesn't do that anymore. She actually shoots for single legs and double legs. And, Yao, to your point, maybe they're not the prettiest single legs or double legs, but she still gets them because she pressures forward. And Jillian, I've seen falter to that kind of pressure. So I think this is going to be, and I hate to be the almost fence sitter when I give the final analysis here, but I think this fight is going to come down to the first 3 minutes and who lands the first takedown. I think whoever lands the first takedown will be able to establish top control, but I also think that when it's on the feet, Dern is going to be a little bit better. I think her striking has gotten better to the point to where she's just a tiny step above Robertson. It might not be by much.
Did you see what Verna did to her face? I'm just saying, did you see what...
What do you think Verna
did
would do to
face?
Jillian's face?
I'm just saying. I hear you that his striking may have gotten better, but
You're talking about the dude from the hot chick. It's me,
improved.
Jessica.
I
She would have
don't think
fucked her up too,
head
bro.
movement has improved enough because her head movement is one of her issues. And
Brother,
like you said,
I don't know if you were paying attention. I didn't mention head movement at all. I'm not going to disagree.
I'm
with
mentioning it. I'm saying
her head
I
stays
think-
on the center line.
Yeah. So she's
It
got
should
to
be.
do more of that. Exactly, and that's
should be
why
moving
she
off
gets
the
hit,
line.
and that's why Jillian is gonna beat her up.
But Jillian, you act like Jillian has head movement, bro. Like Jillian doesn't have head movement either.
That's true.
They're both stationary fighters.
Which one is more the patchy mix is the question.
I think if they both come to this fight with the same volume they came to the last 2 or 3 fights with, we might see the highest striking volume in a women's fight because they're just going to land. Neither of them are going to move their head off the center line. I think that's like if you want to bet on the over on strikes for either side. I think maybe. Yeah.
Nice. I'm glad we worked that one out.
Let's jump into the chat real quick before we move into the next fight. Dr. Seymour Butts, my guy. I love that. That's a classic. Lee Raid, some more Lee Raids coming in. Some thumbs up, please. Come on. Hit it with the thumbs up on whatever channel you're viewing on. Guys, is Oral Buy in the cart? I'm not look at fights seriously. I mean, Oral Buy, did I pick him? I did pick him. I had to double check. Because I went back and forth on that one a little bit. Yeah, Oral Buy is in the cart. He's in my checkout cart. Speaking of in the checkout cart, we have a surprise guest here. My guy.
Yo!
Hey, McDade.
What it do? What it do?
What it do?
This boy pulled up from fucking Scotland, man. You know what I mean? Talk about fucking stranger. How you doing, my guy?
I'm good, brother. I'm good. I'm missing you, boys. I'm sorry I've been fucking MIA, but you know what I mean? Life is life.
Yeah, well, we said it the last time we spoke about life be life, man. You know what I mean? We missed you as well, man. But you need to get back to this shit, though, dog. Like, you've had 6 months hiatus, my guy. You've had 6 months hiatus, man. You know what I mean?
Shit. Hey, that sick line is up.
Where the fuck have you been?
Yeah, mate. I've been hiding under a rock, doing housework, family shit, dad life, all of it, you know. Ain't no spring chicken anymore, boys.
Well, while we've got you on, who do you have in the first 2 fights? You taking Islam or Ian?
Oh, what do you mean first 2? That's the last 2. Fucking.
I mean, no. Well, we start from the top and work our way down here.
Since when, bro?
Since, dude, you have been on it for 6 months.
Since anomaly.
Like,
ain't nothing normal around here. You know what I mean? This is anomaly show, bro.
Dude, MMA means mixed martial arts. Anomaly means something that's a little bit different from the norm. That's what we do.
Okay. Right. Overall, for my pick, right? So I'm going to go with the man that broke my man's finger over here, right? Or well, pinky. So overall,
yes, sir.
I think Islam is yeah. I mean, he's got the striking to match him. He's clearly got the wrestling. He is fucking huge and always was as a lightweight to a welterweight. There's no fucking difference there. But if we go back to Ian Gary, does he have a chance? Yes. As always, there's a puncher's chance. He's got the height. He's got the range, even though there's been some controversy on that on Twitter and all over socials at the moment. He is still taller than this motherfucker. Can he catch him? Yes. Does he have a puncher's chance? Yes. Does he have the skills? Yes. Does he have the anti-wrestling? Yes. But I think overall, as the fight goes on, as Islam and the Dagestani Brotherhood does, it will inevitably break him down. And I see Islam taking the win on this one.
Let's go. And then give us your breakdown on the co-main event. How do you see that other championship fight going?
As much as I would love to see Jillian Robertson take it, because a lot of people, it's mad, man. Like, a lot of people, they're saying she don't deserve it, but fuck, was she on like a 4-fight win streak right now? How the fuck does she not deserve it? Right. Like, she's been unbeaten since like 2023. 2023. I always back Jillian Robinson. I'm going to continue to back Jillian Robinson. But Mackenzie Dern got that ass, bro. Yeah, I mean, but she's
sir. Thank you for saying
she's got the skills that pay the bills. But I think she's gonna retain. But I would love to see Jillian Robinson armbar second round and new. I would love it. But I think Mackenzie Dern will retain.
So just to confirm, you would love to see Jillian win, but your mind is going with the ass. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, can you even see me? I'm dancing in the dark right now. You know what I mean? I'm driving home after work. I'm dancing in the dark.
That's the best place for you to dance, brother. I love you.
Because I ain't got moves to save myself. That's why.
You may not have moves, but you got the skills to pay the bills, brother. We all know that.
Yeah.
I love it.
So you're only 2 fights in. You've been on this for what? How long? You're only 2 fights into this.
We've been here for 30 minutes. We're gonna get through the next fights a lot faster. Let's be honest. These 2 fights are carrying a lot of weight.
Old shit doesn't die, does it? Who else we got up in this bitch? We got Ola, we got you, we got Yao.
I mean, we got Vicente Luque versus Trayshawn Gore. We got Neil
I'm not asking about the card. I'm saying who's on the panel.
Oh, Ola and y'all. It's just us. It's just us league.
Ah, right, okay. This motherfucker's tired and deaf.
Yeah.
I've lived in the game.
I miss you too, yeah. I'll need to get drunk again and call you, dude. We can speak for fucking ages.
Yes, sir.
Was he drunk when he spoke for ages, or were you drunk?
I was piss drunk, bro. Piss drunk.
For you.
I went to a German bar in Glasgow and was just drinking German lager all night. I was fucking gone.
I feel like threatening you with the Scottish police right now. You know how I used to threaten William with the Ghana police, bro?
This fucking guy, bro. This fucking guy.
I used to do it to William, bro. Like, bro, I go call the Ghana police on you, dog. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Bro, have you drank Tenants? No thanks.
Who? No. Hey, bro, man's tried that before. Don't get all fucked up. Like,
No, wait.
I mean?
I wasn't just drinking German lager. I was also on the Ray and Nephews that night. I ended up.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. I mean, Tenants is probably the equivalent of OE for you guys. Old English.
Yeah, probably.
You know what I mean? So
it's like the Carlin of England. You know what I mean? It's fucking.
yeah.
I love
man.
that you guys have Old English. I thought that was an American thing. I thought it was
No,
just
no, no. No, we
fake
don't got Old English.
thing.
I just know about Old English. That's why I said it to you. But we don't got Old English over here. We just got the
okay.
equivalent of it.
Gotcha. Okay, that tracks.
Yeah.
That makes way more
Yeah,
sense to me.
I think it was more the Ray and Nephew rather than the German wheat lager. But hey, who knows? That shit had me walking on stanky legs, bro.
Fromage Frog is fucking hilarious. Don't ever disrespect me looking like Vladimir Zelensky, Dean Thomas, and Luis Kosecki, and my sketchy European Uber driver. I mean, I hate how accurate most of those are.
Yeah.
Am I the sketchy European Uber driver? Because I'll take it.
Yeah, 100%.
Well covered from us.
What was it all we were saying? No feet on the dash, don't touch my fucking radio, and you better not get crumbs in my
all that times 10, bro. You know what I mean? Serious thing, man. I don't care if my shit's an old banger, bro. You better fucking keep your feet off my fucking dash. Don't eat in my fucking car, you fucking walking. And on top of that, you touch my goddamn stereo, he's fucking off. You're
walking. You're walking the rest of the way. Is your name Christopher? Because you're walking, kid.
He's off, dog. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm so happy at least one of the people on the panel got that joke. Talking about
I got it, bro. I was like Christopher Watkins. Anyway, I think I've disrupted you enough, boys. So what's next on the card? What's next on the card? What's next on the card?
Come on, the next one on the card is Charles Johnson, the Energy himself, coming in against Eduardo. Wait, is that right? Did Leroy fuck this up? Hold on.
No, he didn't.
Is he fighting Eduardo? Eduardo Chapelin? Oh, it's a late replacement, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I hate that. Our boy Charles Energy Johnson fighting Eduardo Chapelin. I'll go to you first since you're on the move right now. How you feeling about this one, McDane?
Fucking energy all day, boys. Yeah. I mean, we got to ride with the fucking boy, like always. But been on a bit of a dodgy run recently. He's had a couple of unlucky results, and I feel like that's why they're kind of chucking him the dude that they're chucking him right now. So I hope they're not trying to like set him up for failure so they can just kind of let him slip off a little. The man's got to turn up, he's got to show up, he's got to show out. But I think Energy should be able to get this one done by style.
Yeah.
Love that.
I agree, man. I expect him to get this one done as well, man. I think when you look at somebody of the profile of Energy, like you said, yeah, he's been on a little skid. But again, you look at the people he's been fighting as well, you know what I mean? And that's where some of them, my good losses is going to come in, you know what I'm trying to say? But, hey, my day, you know that was going to drop at some point, you know what I'm trying to say?
I've missed those good losses, bro. I've missed those good losses.
That's going to drop at some point, but yeah, we expect him to get back in the win column. We expect him to, you know, to get back into his winning ways, and he's had some tough matches. Let's not get it fucked up. He's had some really tough matches, and to still know and think that he got a win over the current champ is a wild thought. You know what I mean? And with everything that's going on, so yeah, I'm gonna give him that chance to get back in the win column. Go Energy Johnson for me.
Look, I believe in the EA curse. I believe in weird superstition like this. Rain G, just speaking facts, win-loss equals win. Come on.
I'm with him. That's my logic right now. I'm going for a win because win-loss. And I made a mistake on the last one because I should have taken a loss. But I was riding with him for the sake. But this time I'm going with the maths.
You got to do it, brother. You got to go with the math. You got to go with the stats. You got to go with the data. And that's why I'm going with Johnson. Johnson's durable. He's high volume. He's a solid striker who eats pure pressure and keeps coming forward with volume and toughness and spades. Chaplin or Henrique, whatever they call him, he's a prospect. He's looking to make a statement, but he hasn't really shown the same ability to handle sustained pressure or chaos yet. And Johnson's edge is, I think, the experience and the fact that he's fought better guys. Like, you guys said it yourself. He beat the current champion, who has looked like a fucking world breaker, right? Yep. So he's going to work his way to the top again. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when he gets there, and I think this is going to start that. So give me Charles Energy Johnson. Give me him in spades. Let's fucking go. Tyler Betts! What's up, brother? How you doing? Betts in the house. At work, contemplating the bets I'm going to make later today. I don't know if you missed it, but Islam by sub or by TKO, both plus money. I did both. I hedged those bets, so I'll be up no matter what as long as he finishes. And salute to Dr. Seymour. Let's go. So yeah, I mean, it feels like we're all taking Charles Energy Johnson here. Let's see if we can find a full card sweep on the next one, boys. We got Mansour Abdul Malik coming in against Dustin Stoltzfus, who, there's a little fake bias there against Stoltzfus. He knocked out one of my former coaches from AKA in the UFC, and so that's rubbed me the wrong way. But even if that didn't happen, I'll be honest with you, I'm taking Mansour Abdul Malik. I just think he's the better fighter. This feels like the UFC matchmakers giving him a bit of a layup. They think he should be winning this. They think he should win it by knockout. But the issue is Dustin Stoltzfus, I don't know if he got that memo that he's supposed to be a lamb to slaughter here on Saturday, and he does have a puncher's chance. He's got a very solid right cross. He also has a very solid left hook. Those two things typically go very well together, right? Yep. You can chain them together, and he can do that. So yep. I'm a bit concerned.
And Abdul's been caught. Abdul's been caught, brother. I'm not to jump in on your shit. I'm almost on, but I'm just saying I can see the upset. I know what you're saying. I can see the upset.
Like, that's the thing is I feel sound in my logic in picking Mansour Abdul Malik. But if I told you this is a foolproof bet, I wouldn't be doing you any favors. I'd be lying to you, and I'd be lying to myself to make myself feel better about betting on it. I'm not betting on this fight. I'm staying away from it, as I like to say on the show when I have the usual hosts. I wouldn't bet on this fight with Nano's fucking money, so don't bet it on it with yours. But if you are, let me know what props you're taking. Maybe I'm stupid enough to tell. Ola, how do you see this one going?
Yeah, I mean, this will go be a full house, man. The way he's looking, man. You know, I mean, I'm not going for Stoltzfus, man. I'm going to be going with Abdul Malik on this one. And when you look at the type of fighter that Abdul Malik is, he goes on a nice run, but then again, obviously, he's coming off a loss. Coming into this fight with Stoltzfus, bare losses, win, loss. Lose to win one, so there's no real pattern to like what Stoltzfus be doing. And again, like you said, knocking out one of your favorite fighters, he's one of them guys that every once in a while his clock is gonna be correct twice a day type of shit. Like, he's a broken clock type of guy, man. You know what I'm trying to say? Not to shit on Stoltzfus, you know what I'm trying to say, but he's a broken clock type of guy, man. And coming against somebody like Abdul Malik, he's gonna get his bell rung, and I think he's gonna get his bell rung real loud, bro. I see this fight ending maybe early part of second round. I'll give it early part of second round. VAR finish as well.
I love it. Y'all, where's your head at, brother?
Range, reach, middleweight, catches him on the chin, fight's over. So full house, like you said. Abdul, I think he just has a bit of momentum. Yes, he lost his last fight, but
brother, you lost to Kevin Gastelum, bro. Like, allow it, blood. Like, allow it, bro.
That's a good loss. That's a good loss.
Shut your mouth.
I was gonna judge him for losing to Kelvin Gastelum because I don't rate Kelvin. But the recent Kelvin has actually been weirdly decent. I'm like, what?
Izzy went to war with Kelvin. What are we talking about? Kelvin's not a bad loss.
Look, I hear you. But
why you bringing Izzy up into the? Are you trying to?
Because why are you talking shit on Kelvin, bro?
Are you trying to do something? Are you trying to do? You trying to do something, bro? Like,
you're trying to talk shit on Kelvin Gastelum, bro. Come on.
Normally, he's the one setting you up now. You didn't say anything.
Hey,
always ready to throw hands, bro.
Yeah. Hey, always lucky. I like him. I'll break your motherfucking pinky again, blood. You know what I mean? Like, hey.
If you're going to break my nose, do it before I get it fixed, huh?
This man's going straight to Chat GPT and telling him, see that old man that always says please and thank you is nothing but a scumbag.
You dickhead.
I do always say please and thank you to Chat GPT, though. Every time when I ask you to do a correction, I'm like, hey, this isn't what I like. Can you please do this? Thank you.
Hey, you see, this is the kind of chat, that McDane, you're a horrible bastard, man. Like, fucking, how you gonna you're a little snake in the grass, you. How you gonna bring up that?
There's a little snake in the grass.
There's a little snake in the grass.
There we go. I was waiting on it. I'm going to have to get another sick line for another 6 months, boys. This is some bullshit. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, at least you ain't going to be saying nothing about Kamaru no more, man. You know what I mean? Fuck off with that bullshit. We ain't hearing
Mr.
that
Nonies.
shit no more.
Mr. Nonies, what?
He got legs, blood. You know what I mean? Shit.
He's got legs. Yeah, he's got stanky legs.
You're a dickhead. Why you...
So, McDane, are you obviously going with Chitty here as well?
Chitty chitty bang bang, bruh. All day.
Let's go.
I did not miss you, McDane. I did not miss you, bro.
I love you.
Yeah, you did.
Now I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking, boy, you know what? I was glad you was gone for a minute, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I did not miss your blood clot, dog.
You know what they say? You never know what you hate until it comes back, or whatever.
Yeah, for real. Like, that's what's happening right now. That's exactly what's good.
Oh, when you love something, brother, let it go.
I let you go for 6 months, and here you are, blood. You know what I mean?
When he comes back.
I know do you know this motherfucker? This motherfucker ain't even messaged how are you, where you at? Not even a fuck you, nothing. You know what I mean? Like,
bro, I just bro, like the show must go on, dog. Like, go check my WhatsApp for like the last 20 years. The show must go on, bro.
Last 20 years. This man said I was sending WhatsApp messages before it fucking existed.
Yeah, but before it got here, man, you know what I mean? The show must go on. It's been there. Go check it.
I fucking love it. Oh, I think we may have lost our resident Uber driver. I think he may have connected to Wi-Fi, pulled into his parking lot there.
All right, boys, it's me home. I'm going to love yous and leave yous. Enjoy the rest of the show. I'll tune in on. Shit seems to be going all over the place. So
look at that shit internet, man. Get him out of here, man. Get him out of here.
And that was the man, the myth, the legend, the Rambling Dad. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. Check him out. He's also frequently on the Fight Week show, so if you want more of that beautiful face, you can see it next to Ola on the Fight Week show. So, folks, let's jump into the next fight. We have Edson Barboza coming in against Esteban Ribovic. That's right, folks. It is the year 2026. You didn't just hit a strip of LSD or wake up in a time lapse. It's 2026, and Edson Barboza is fighting on a UFC card in a pay-per-view. That's a thing that is happening in the real world, in real life. I'm just as flabbergasted as you all are. And he's fighting Esteban Ribovic. I don't know if did you guys watch the weigh-ins this morning, or did you see any of the pictures from those?
Not yet.
No.
Okay, so I saw a picture that Ben the Bane Davis, shout out Ben the Bane Davis, legend,
big
homie.
Ben Davis.
And shame on you MTV/Paramount Plus as a challenge for not bringing him back. You did a partnership with UFC and you didn't bring the one guy that's been on your show that is cross-functional with the MMA community? Missed opportunity. I digress, though. He posted a picture.
People.
They don't. They really don't. So he posted a picture of Edson Barboza on the scale, and he's like, wow, this looked like a painful weight cut for Edson Barboza. And I got to agree, the picture was terrible. Edson looked sunken in. He looked in bad shape. I probably think he was having like flashes of his whole life because he was on death's bed making that weight cut. And then like an hour later, he posted a picture of his opponent, Esteban Ribovic, and said, somehow his opponent looked worse. Esteban Ribovic looks like he was cutting weight and someone slipped him Molly or something. Like his eyes are so fucking big. He's like, he looks terrifying on the scale, bro. Genuinely, he looks unhealthy, unwell. If I was standing there on the commission, I'd be like, no, this guy, it's not gonna work. Someone's gonna die. Even if it's not him, it's gonna be his opponent who also looks fucking terrible. But again, we have Edson Barboza fighting fucking an up-and-comer. What year is it? Ola, start us off. How do you see this going? Do you think he's able to turn back the clock? Is this the man to defeat Father Time, the undefeated?
Yeah. I can't look past Ribovic in this fight, man. Like I think I like Barboza. Don't get it wrong. Like I love what he's done for the sport. And for a while, I've been campaigning for him to actually hang it up, especially when he dropped down to 145. And it kind of looked good for a while, but I think the weight cut's actually chewing him up with the age as well. You know what I mean? And that doesn't make up. It doesn't make for a good result or for a good outcome in a fight. You know, so Esteban Ribovic on the other hand is coming off a loss, but this is the kind of fight that you need to get yourself back in the win column, and it's almost like a sacrificial lamb type bout, if you like, for somebody as astute in the cage as Esteban Ribovic. So for me, yeah, I'm going to be going with Ribovic on this one.
I love that pick. And Yao, I see you got something to say.
I'm not sure about sacrificial lamb though, because this is still Edson Barboza.
It's not that no more though. Like 3 fights, kid dog. Like, come on.
I hear you, right? But if we look at Ribovic,
you're the type of guy that will still be talking about. This is Bam Bam. This is Bam Bam Tuivasa we're talking about. You know, this is Bam Bam. You know? Like, bro, like, come
he's
on.
He's the first to talk about this is Bam Bam Tuivasa, but he's the last to do a shoot if he loses. You know what I mean?
Look, he lost to Mateus Gamrot, right? And it was an absolute war. Edson Barboza doesn't tend to go to war, so Ribovic has, I guess, the better chance. But if Barboza is ready for war, Ribovic has the chance to, like, I don't think it's a layup, to be honest with you. I think Barboza still has a chance to do something that might surprise us. Do something like a, what's this heavyweight guy? Dustin
Jacoby?
Yes, exactly.
He's a light heavyweight, right?
Yeah. I still think he has a chance to do something. He's still got the kicks. He's still got the wheel kicks. I think he can pressure Ribovic just enough to maybe get a decision win, but I'm going to go with Ribovic. But I still think it's not going to be a layup. That's what I'm saying. Is there is still like a chance that Barboza wins this.
I think there is a chance that Barboza wins this, and I like where your head's at, but I agree with what Lazy Bed's saying here. Final fight on Edson Barboza's contract, it's going to go one of two ways. He's either going to go balls to the wall, or he's already got 1 foot out the door. I think it's more the latter. He's got 1 foot out the door, and MVP money is calling. And not only that, like, Edson Barboza could take part in the first kickboxing match that, like, Misfits puts on, or Brand Risk puts on. I could see him signing up for some crazy shit like that just to get a bag. You know what I mean? He's 40 years old. He's at the end of his career. He's been in fucking wars, right? Rain G said, Rebo KO, poor 1.5 I Barboza. Brother, brother. Barboza, across the course of his career, that eye has gotten more and more lazy, and he kind of looks like Forrest Whitaker. You know what I'm saying? He looks like he chugged a bottle of Dayquil and a bottle of NyQuil, and they're hitting both sides of his face at different times. It's tough, but I also got to say he looks to be in the best shape I've ever seen him in. But all that to say, being in the best shape of your life doesn't mean a goddamn thing. Looks mean nothing in a fight. That's why Big Country had a career in the UFC, folks. Give me Ribovich all day. I knew you'd like that, y'all. Yeah, give me Ribovich all day. I think he's probably going to go out there, land the crisper boxing. If he's able to avoid the spinning back wheel shit, as I like to call it, he will likely dominate this fight. And I think he finishes it inside of 1.5 rounds. Before we move into the next fight, let me actually look at what the odds are on the under on this one.
Minus 700.
Under 1.5 is minus 142. It's not juicy at all. And Esteban is a minus 700 favorite right now.
Wild.
That is insane, bro.
Those odds are basically saying that I'm talking shit. But okay, cool.
That's insane. Esteban Ribovich by knockout is minus 225. There's no juice to squeeze on this fight. Like, just to put it into perspective, if you wanted to get plus odds on him, you'd have to do something like Ribovich to have most significant strikes and win in round 1 by TKO, KO, or DQ, and even that's only plus 175. That's garbage. That's
terrible.
Garbage, bro.
That's terrible.
Oh, man. All right, let's move into the next one. We have Chitty Chitty Bang Bang coming in against Joel Alvarez. Chitty's a dog in this fight, right? He is a little bit of a dog here. And I'm not sure that I agree with it. I don't necessarily know that I've seen enough from Joel Alvarez to make him that big of a favorite. But Yao, how are you feeling about this one? How do you see it playing out?
I have to agree with the odds on this one. I love Chidi Njokuani, but he is on 2-fight skid. The Carlos Dial fight, I don't know. It just looked like he's very honed in on his Muay Thai, and I think after his last win against Dos Santos, he did say, "Look, I'm leaning on my Muay Thai," and it was working for him in his 3 fights. I think he was on a 3-fight winning streak at that point. And I think that might be what his Achilles heel is at this point, is maybe he then needs to diversify. That's probably why, one of the reasons he lost to Amosov in his last fight. And obviously Amosov was it's another sort of...
Yeah, bro. He's the son of a gun, Amosov, bro. He's a whole different story, bro.
He's a future champ, bro. Like, let's just call a spade a spade.
He's a problem. He's different, bro. He's cut from a different cloth, man.
That's the homie that went back to the Ukraine war and dug his old Bellator belt out of the rubble of his old house that had been fucking
Bro,
up.
that guy is fun. He's
Come on, bro. Like, the dude is like, he's different.
He's different, dog.
And that's the last fight that Joel Alvarez lost. So if I'm looking at the momentum, Joel Alvarez losing to Amosov, and Njokuani in his last 2 fights having lost to Leal and Matthews. Yes, it seems a bit crazy that he's the dog, but Alvarez right now, he's got momentum. He's only losing to top opponents, and so I'm going with Joel Alvarez in this fight.
I'm not mad at that at all, to be honest. I was just trying to give you an honest take. I didn't want to tell you I thought one person was going to win. I wanted to make it feel like I felt like this was a pretty fair matchup, but I completely agree with you. I think Joel Alvarez is an absolute stud. The only time we've seen him get outstruck or outworked was against Armasov, who's literally a fucking war hero beast, cut from a different cloth. He's an animal in there. He's a future champ. Yeah. I just wait. Lazy Pet said Chitty's getting smoked simply via osmosis. Alvarez was playing the part of Gary for Islam during this entire camp. That's wild.
That's crazy. Who knows what Alvarez is bringing into this fight as well? That could be very, very different.
I got Alvarez by sub. I want to see what the odds are on that. But yeah, I think Alvarez is going to get this to the ground. I think he's going to sap the ability that Chitty Chitty Bang Bang brings to the table. And it's going to be bad, bro. It's going to be bad, my brother. Ola, how do you see this one going?
Yeah, I mean, this one going to be full house, man. I can't see nothing past Alvarez because, again, you know about my good losses Like Amosov, that's a good loss for Alvarez right there, man. Like you Alvarez could literally say to anyone, like, have you seen that guy? You wouldn't even blame me for losing to him. You know what I mean? Like, bro, I believe Joe Alvarez gets back right on track. You know what I mean? As it was before he met Amosov. So yeah, I think he'll get right back on track here with this bout, no doubt about it.
Bro, how funny is this? Rain G commented and said plus 150 sub. And I don't know if you guys saw me go like, yes! I did that right before I saw his comment because I had just found that prop on and I already put a unit on it. 1 unit to win 1.5 units back. Alvarez by sub. I'm going to knock on wood as I say this, but it feels like free money, boys.
Whoever have it, I mean, if he's been practicing, yeah, who knows? Who knows?
He's a savage, bro. I mean, how many subs does he have? He has 17 wins by sub out of 23.
That's insane.
God
that's
damn. Crazy. That's an insane stat, bro. Like his submission percentage every time he wins is 74%. That means 3 out of 4 fights, sub.
Can I make a case for four sub parlay?
Oh fuck, I love that. Talk to me, Goose.
Sub parlay.
4 sub parlay that I'm looking at. Islam.
Okay.
Done. Alvarez, as we're just saying there.
As a sub.
And Vicente Luque.
Okay, interesting.
I would
though.
I'm typing it in the chat. I am literally pulling up Underdog because that's where I'm able to do those specific parlays.
Or swap Alvarez for Mixtibet Orobai. You could do that if you want.
I would sub Luque for Orobai. And I might do both of those. I'm gonna do like a half unit on both.
Like those 4 that run me the odds on that one there, man. Let me see what that, cause I just run that off the dome.
So Islam by submission is already a 1.53 multiplier on Underdog.
Mm-hmm.
Dern by submission
This is MMA accounting.
is a 1.59 multiplier. So just for that, we're at 8.51. So
Already.
$10 would net $85. Let's keep adding to the pot, boys. And
Lovely. I like it.
yeah, I'm liking this a lot, my friend. All right, let's go to the prelims.
You said one would net you 85.
$10 would net you 85. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good. That's good odds right there.
So like if your units are $50, you put a fifth of a unit on this, you're getting back almost 2 full units.
Yeah. That's about what? That's about 8 to 1, yeah.
Exactly.
7 to 1.
It's 8.5, 1 to 1.
Yeah, 8 to 1.
So Joel Alvarez, here we go. By submission, that's another 1.47 multiplier. Oh my god! All right, I'm locking that one in. I'm locking that one in by itself. Jesus fuck. So you put 10 on that, you get 230, 240 back.
And mix it back.
I'm gonna add that right now, but first I'm locking in a half unit on this because that's silly. And
that's a 4-fight parlay that every single one of you in the chat should be looking to put a pound on it. If you ain't got enough, go put a pound on it. Put $1 on it. You know what I mean? See what happens. Put $1 you can spare on it. Put a pound on it you can spare on it. You know what I mean?
Hola. When you add oral buy.
Talk to me, dog. Talk to me, bro.
When you add oral buy, it brings it up to 65.65 to 1 odds. So if you put $5 on that, you get 328 back. If you put 50 on that, you get 3,280.
You are welcome, people. You're welcome. Don't say I don't do nothing for you. Don't say I don't do nothing for you.
On a 5-fight.
Actually, I'm gonna do a fifth of a unit on that, and then I'm gonna hit reuse picks. I'm gonna supplement Warl buy here with. Let's see. Can it be Charles Johnson to win by decision?
Johnson to win by decision. I don't think he's gonna decision this fight. He either knocks him out or
Actually, boom, there we go.
Yeah.
Fight to last less than 15 minutes.
yes. That
So Mackenzie Dern, Islam Makhachev, Joel Alvarez by submission. Charles Johnson fight to not go the distance. 34.33 to 1 odds.
not bad.
We're gonna lock in a half unit on that as well. Holy fuck, we're gonna cash so big this week. Oh man, I love
Although you just
I
got him
fucking
so
love
excited.
it. Dude, I'm
Oh,
stoked.
you can
I'm
thank
stoked
me
about
later,
this.
man. You know what I mean? But you can send me some for a bottle of whiskey, man. You know what I mean? When if he comes in, if he does come in, or
I'm
better
so
still,
fucking stoked.
if you cash out before he fucking comes in. How about that? Cash out, King, brother. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
you tell me when to pull the trigger on that because you're better at it than me. Oh man, let's jump into the next one. We have Jalen Turner
Holding
coming in
down,
against
holding up.
Cal Fernandez, and this is one that I genuinely think is going to be a bit of back and forth. I think Cal Fernandez brings a lot of tools to the table, but I also know that Jalen the Tarantula Turner is somebody that called it quits and retired a little bit too soon. He should have never done that. He's back. He's back in the full action of things, and he looks fucking good. He has length, kicks, grappling threat, and knockout power anywhere this fight goes. Fernandez is a solid prospect. Like I said, he's got the athleticism and upside, I think, but he hasn't faced this kind of length or this kind of experience yet. Turner, I think the only real gap is the lapse in fighting, right? He's only really been back for so long, whereas Cal's been in the heat of things uninterrupted for an amount of time. With all that being said, I've got to go with the longer, stronger fighter. I got to go with Jalen Turner, and I think he's probably going to cinch in a submission in this one too. This might be another line for the submission parlay. Ola, what are you thinking, brother?
Yeah, I'm with you on this one. The Tarantula. He looks good when he's so composed, especially when he's had good preparation for the fight, and I like his style as well. That's another one that could go on the submission parlay, bro. God damn it! Like this brother got submission when he's ready to lock them in, he cinches them in real nice. You know what I mean? So his stand-up guillotine is next to none. Like that fucker is almost guaranteed if he locks it in. So yeah, definitely going to be looking at Jalen Turner here, man. Be going for Jalen Turner.
Love it. Y'all, how you feeling?
I hear you on Jalen Turner, but what Ola said is very important. He said when and if, and that's the issue with Jalen Turner is if it goes too long, not that he fades, but he ends up somehow becoming one track, and then that makes him beatable the deeper the fight goes. And Kyle Fernandez throws and lots of kicks. He's won by head kick a few times. I'm a fan of Kyle Fernandez. And I think he's going to weather the Jalen Turner storm. Turner's going to hold back to try and figure out what to do next, how to beat him. And in that moment, Fernandez is going to do something to beat him. We saw him kick Harry Hardwick to death. I'd never seen something. He kicked him to death. And not that he's going to
check your private chat, Odin.
Not that he's going to kick Turner to death, but I think he's going to weather the storm and he's going to land something that's going to win the fight for him, either by knockout or he's going to just squeeze it out to decision. So I'm going to go with Kyle Fernandez. I like him for this fight.
Interesting.
Wow. What are the odds on that?
What,
one?
is that a crazy pick? I thought that was like a...
It's not a crazy. It's not a crazy pick.
Yeah,
It's
nothing
logical.
crazy about that. Nothing crazy
It's
about it.
almost pick 'em, bro. It actually is a pick 'em. They're both minus odds. You get Cal for minus
they're both
106, and you get Jalen for minus 114. So it's pick 'em. Like realistically, you shouldn't get a plus 1 point in the dog competition for this, even if you hit. I'm just saying.
And I'm glad you caught on to the if and when on Jalen Turner. You know what I mean? Like,
I heard it.
it's, you know,
You know,
it's one of them
Yeah,
broken
no.
clock situations. If and when.
One of them broken clocks. This fucking guy in the broken clock is hilarious, bro.
Ola, how are
damn
the
good,
clocks
bro.
in your house? Now I'm curious about the clocks in your house. Like,
Hey, I got wall clocks, bro. Like, what's wrong with you?
That's actually hella funny, bro. You said I got world clocks, bro. What are you talking about? Come on, me? Couldn't be me. I fucking love it, dude. All right, so we're split a little bit on that one. I would tell you to bet on it, but the juice is not really super worth the squeeze there, bud. I will tell you though, the next one is one I'm very excited about. Dante Johnson versus Eric McConaughey. Dante Johnson, of course, looks a little bit like Jesus. Just recently started training with Sean Strickland and the boys over in Las Vegas. And there's a nice little sparring video of him going some rounds back and forth with the boys too. Not sure if you saw that, but y'all, I'll let you take the lead on this one. What do you think?
Yeah.
Do you think it's a dog pick here or what?
No. McConaughey is an interesting fighter. Look, he is a win-loss fighter. Let me start there. And right now, he's primed for a loss. And I take these maths very serious because, I don't know, it's just something in MMA that works. Like, look at Charles Johnson. He's primed for a loss. So let's start there. Second of all, his last loss, unfortunately, he got matched up with Susakayev when we know Susakayev is pretty much unbeatable at this point. He's only going to maybe get stopped somewhere at the top. But I know he's only lost to tough opponents, but I think Dante Johnson is one of those tough opponents. He's not been in the UFC long, but he's beaten Brundage convincingly. He's beaten Dumas convincingly. It's going to be a tough fight, but I just give him the edge. I don't think the odds are as skewed as they should be. I think McConaughey is going to give him more of a run for his money than the odds suggest. But I think Dante Johnson's just going to get it. Plus, honestly, 2026, once again, is the year of the old fighters. They seem to be doing better than they were last year in these sorts of situations. And like I said, once again, I take those sorts of stats into account. And for that reason, I'm going with Dante Johnson. Although I like McConaughey for a dog. He looks like a good dog simply because...
He's a good dog, bro.
His last two losses were to top opponents. I mean, Susakayev and Juzbayev, top opponents.
And you could have scored one of those the other way, possibly, in my opinion. Ola, what were your thoughts on this fight? How do you see it playing out?
This one's crazy, man. Again, what's his name again? McConaughey,
yeah.
McConaughey, yeah. It looks the business. It looks like he knows what he's doing in there. He's racked up quite a few wins coming into the thing, but Dante Johnson is also been around the block. He's one of those guys that's been around the block. And sometimes, even when the newish guy is coming into the sport, I always look for whatever the record of the vet or the more experienced guy that's in there. I'll always think in that fight, at some point, experience will kick in and take over, and that's where Dante Johnson could actually do something here. So, I'm gonna lean Johnson here. Kind of almost the same kind of thing that I afford Angela here when she's getting in there with some of this new bucks. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm gonna lean Johnson here.
I'm going to lean against Johnson for the same exact reason you just ended your thing with. A lot of people counted Angela Hill out against that Thai star that she just recently fought. I was not one of those people. And I cashed on that one. And I think I'm going to cash on this one too. And sorry, I misspoke when Yo was finished with his breakdown. I think I said that those decisions could have gone either way. But no, both of those were knockout losses. He was winning that by Sagar fight up until he got knocked out, though. He was actually having the better movement. He was landing the better shots. And he just got caught. So make no mistake about it, the weak point for him is the chin. He can get knocked out. He can get dropped. It's cost him before in the UFC. But I also think that Dante Johnson is somebody that hasn't really fought elite level UFC fighters yet. He's on a win streak. He's on a tear, but his best two wins are Cedric Dumas, who, I mean, say less, and Cody Brundage. So if those are your best two wins, I have a hard time measuring what your ceiling is like. And for me, that's where I sit. I'm not going to be betting on this one. I wouldn't recommend you bet on this one. It's going to be a tough one, to be completely honest, for both fighters in there. I do think Dante Johnson is going to show growth because he's been training at a better team, but I still think he's green, and I think he's going to get beat by McConaughey. I see McConaughey getting his hand raised in this one, and with that, we'll go ahead and move into the next one, which is Vicente Luque and Trayshawn Gore. But before we do, I don't want us to get halfway through a breakdown and my boy have to leave. Ola has another show. He's got prior obligations that he has to jump to. I don't want to make him late for that. That is not my style. So, folks, if you haven't already done so, make sure you do so now. The Fight Week Show, at The Fight Week Show. If you're on Twitter, it's at TFWS official. So make sure you check those guys out and make sure you show them some love because they show us love, folks. Ola, have a great next show.
Yo,
big up, big up, big up. The next one, brother.
Yeah, man, we're gonna be back. Before I go, we're gonna be on the watch along for the main card of this very card we're predicting. Come check us out on the Fight Week Show. We're gonna be doing a watch along. We're gonna have a few of our partners, a few of our affiliates, a few of our boys. They're gonna be pulling up. As you saw, the Rambling Dad earlier on is being on a hiatus. So if you fuck with the Rambling Dad and you want to see him back on your screens again, come link us up on that watch along tomorrow night. And yeah, we're gonna be rooting for my boy Tim Khabib, Islam Makhachev. We're gonna be rocking for that show there, and hopefully, who knows, Only might just pop in and have a few shots of whiskey with us. You know, I'm trying to say.
He's not tired.
So yeah, we will. Air quotes as well. Air quote tiredness.
Whiskey has a way of waking your boy up.
I know that. We know this, brother. We know this, brother. So yeah, come check us out tomorrow. Salute to Keith. Salute to Olin, MMAnomaly. Big love to your audience, and we're gonna see you guys tomorrow, man. Big up. We out. Salute.
Thanks for being here, Ola. We appreciate you. Now, folks, we are back. Oh, whoa. Not sure why that happened. That was interesting. I guess I didn't black out the or make the background transparent. That's my bad.
It looked like Paramount was about to come up and we were going to get a copyright infringement.
You know, that would have been something. No, I'll fix that right now. That we have the little name tag things at the bottom for you folks. There we go. That's better. It's uploading now. We make the transitions on the fly here on the show, folks. So yeah, the next fight that we're going to talk about is Vicente Luque and Tresean Gore. We don't have many left now, just about 3 more. So my guy, bear with us for the last haul here. I know you're tired. I appreciate you showing up here, Keith. Folks, if you haven't done so yet, kick him in the head, or at least kick that fucking subscribe button in the head, and make sure you show his channel some love too. I'll let you take the lead on this one. How do you see it playing out? I saw someone in the chat earlier saying that Gore's probably going to take it, or maybe that was on yesterday's show or last week's.
The person who commented is probably right. Vicente Luque is hot, cold. Then there's accusation. You know, I never talk about the fight. I always talk about the things around the fight. But then there's accusations of fight rigging in the Kevin Holland fight and blah, blah, blah. And I don't know where his head is in terms of fighting. That's the thing. And that's why I'm mentioning that up front is we know Vicente Luque's skills. We know what he brings to the octagon. He's got good grappling. He's a good striker. Got good groundwork. He's got good stuff. Like, he's a good fighter. But how is he coming into the fight is always the question. And I'm not really sure. He's on a win streak. He beat Kelvin Gastelum, who has been beating almost anyone he can at this point. And, you know, that looks good. But he lost to Joel Alvarez, Kevin Holland. So, and then you got Tresean Gore. Tresean was on a tear. And then, you know, he just kept wobbling. Lost to Marco Tulio, Rodolfo Vieira. And, you know, he sort of came back against Bukayev. But I don't know. He just seems to fade, and Vicente just seems to have the longevity in a fight. He keeps going at the same pace, whereas Tresean seems to, you know, not slow down, but at some point, fighting someone like Vicente, I see Vicente managing to understand what to do in the first round, work him in the second round, and then either finish him in the third or take it by decision. I don't see Gore winning by decision. He might catch Luque in the first with something, but if not sometime in the first, I don't see him wearing down Vicente Luque with any of his skill sets. So I'm gonna go with Vicente Luque by third round or decision. Yeah, because it's a pick'em. It's a pick'em. So as far as the odds go, you know, it's not gonna be much you can get from this, but very, very close fight.
I gotta ask, because you've been in the dog competition more than I have. What do we typically do, if you can remind me, when it's an exact pick'em? Shouldn't there be no dog points? Because it's -110 to -110.
You take the lower, whichever one is lower.
But there is no lower.
Dog. So the one that's okay. So the one I'm looking at, Gore is the favorite.
Okay. I was going to say, like,
He's
if
minus 115.
If I'm Leroy and it's
Luke is
exact
minus
on the day, I would probably just take opening odds.
Oh wait, that happened once, and yes, no points. You're right. It happened once last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say, because like right now, as the odds stand, it's minus 110, minus 110. Unless some heavy better comes in and bets either side, it could swing it. Or at least that's what I'm seeing on Bet Online.
Okay, I'm seeing 105 to 115. So that's why I was like, no, it's okay. I see what you're saying. It's dead
Let
even.
me see.
Yeah, so
I'll tell you
point,
what it
no
is on
points.
DraftKings. On DraftKings, it's... Jesus Christ. Are these out of order? Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah. On DraftKings, it is minus 115 to minus 105. So that would make Luque a small favorite.
Yes.
Or sorry, no, Gore a small favorite.
Dog. Yeah, exactly. So by 10 points. So on that one we can, or we do.
Love that. Yeah, I mean, for me, it's tough to bet on Vicente Luque ever since he had that doctor's appointment, and they told him that he legitimately has a brain bleed, I believe it's called. Like, if I'm fighting against that guy, I'm scared to knock him out because I feel like he could die in 6 months, and then I'm gonna carry that guilt for the rest of my life. It's a bit of a double-edged sword. You know what I mean? Like, so it's a weird guy to bet on or against because just like you said, he'll have these moments where he just shows those like Luque Prime kind of situations, and he wins fights in which he's not supposed to win. So it's hard to bet against him, but I'm going to do exactly that. I'm not betting money on it. I'm simply picking Gore on the dog competition. I don't know if there are any good props on this one. You guys can keep me honest in the chat here and let me know if I missed some. But speaking of the chat, we've missed a handful here. Imagine moving up to 170 and 90% of the training camp for your second fight in the weight class is being the champ's primary training partner. Yeah, that's insane. Where can I watch this show? YouTube or Twitter. The UFC, you can watch on Paramount Plus, my friend. I don't hate that parlay at all. Let's go. Yes, no, yes, yes. You don't like the Dern pick? That's okay. Do you guys think Amasov would submit Oralby? Yes, John Dong, I do. That's the fight I really want to see. I think that'd be a bad matchup for Oralby, bro. I like Oralby. Like Nas said, the buck that bought the bottle could have struck the lotto. Seems a smarter investment than buying a beer. Exactly why we place those parlays, my friend. And then we buy beer with that money that we win. Or whiskey at least. W Turner plus 4-inch reach, says Rain G. Another club and sub. He beat King and Medic. Yeah, dude. The Medic win was impressive. That's aging like a fine wine or a fine whiskey at the very least. The next fight that we're going to talk about, or sorry. Yeah, I mean, I'm picking, like I said, I'm picking Gore. I'm not betting on it. I think he's going to out-grapple Luque. I think he'll negate it. And I also just think the strength differential is going to be a big problem. Gore's strong, bro. He is built like a silverback gorilla, bro. His fucking
But
back
that makes
and
him
his
a bit
shoulders,
slow.
It
And
does.
Luque is old. It's not even that old. He's 34. But he's then going to be a bit quicker. And that's why I think he'll be able to outwork Gore for 3 rounds because Gore is a bit slower. And by the time you get to midway second round, that slowness starts to show and Luque starts to land more, starts to look more dominant in the exchanges, the grappling. And that's why I've got Vicente Luque because of Gore's strength. Unless he catches him in the first round.
I still think that Gore can get it done even in the third round. Like his last win against Azamat Bakoev was in the third round via guillotine. So he can show that durability and that tenacity in those rounds when he's facing a grappling heavy threat, which I think will be the case for Vicente Luque. If Vicente's playing this very smart, I couldn't imagine he wants to get hit in the face by a guy that strong. So with that being said, like I said, my pick is Tresean Gore. I'm not betting on this one though. My God, I'm not betting on it. The next one is Rafael Tobias and Lucas Fernando. I'll keep it short. I'll keep it sweet. I think Fernando is going to get it done and then repeat. I think he's going to get it done via knockout. I think it'll be a quick night at the office for our guy Fernando. He is long. He is strong. He is on a 4-fight win streak while his opponent is coming off of a loss. I think bipolar Rafael Tobias is going to add another L to the record. How do you see this one playing out, y'all?
So this is Fernando's first fight in the UFC. He doesn't even have a moniker, which is fun. Losing to Dinar Nuzagai is not embarrassing. So I'm going to go with Tobias in this fight. Is that a good idea? I'm I'm gonna go with Tobias in this fight. I think his limited UFC experience will be just a little bit too much for Fernando, so I'm gonna go with him.
The only thing that makes me hesitant on thinking Tobias is going to do well is because he got knocked out in 2023 by Miguel Porto, and that shot did not look like it had a ton on it. And I've watched tape on the opposition. That motherfucker hits like a brick shithouse, bro. So
I'm with you, then. I'm going Fernando.
Like, he has a significant amount of knockouts. I think 55% of his wins come by way of knockout specifically. That's a recipe for disaster for me. If your chin has already been checked against non-UFC caliber, I mean, and again, this is Fernando's UFC debut, so maybe not UFC caliber. We'll find out on Saturday, but I think he's going to be right there in the division after this performance on Saturday. I think it'll be a quick win for him, maybe first or second round knockout, and then he'll look to get back in there by November, December. The next one is the one that I'm actually really excited to get your take on, because I feel like it's one that could go either way, depending on who shows up, or rather, which version of the fighters in the octagon show up, right? We have a banger in the welterweight division between Neil Magny and Ramiz Brahimaj. Ramiz Brahimaj is obviously the up-and-comer. He's 13-6. If you look at their records, you know who's been here a little bit longer. One guy has, less than 20 fights? The other guy has, more than 40 fights? So, I mean, how do you see this one playing out? Do you think it's going to be the tale of the passing of the torch, or do you think it's going to be the tale of the junkyard dog sending the young pup back, squealing?
Give him the head! Look, I wasn't a fan of Neil Magny for a long time, but something about his recent form, even though he's recently lost, something about his recent form has just made me enjoy how he's ending his career. And if we look at the fights he's been taking, he's like, listen, I might be at the end, but he's taking the toughest fights. I mean, most recent losses are to Michael Morales, who's a contender, Carlos Prates, who's probably up next for the title shot, and the guy we've spoken about, I don't know how many times tonight, Amasov. So if you look at his recent losses, I guess I'm going to quote Ola, they're good losses. they're good losses. So I like him for this fight. Like you said, it depends on which fighter shows up. Bramji is also pretty decent. He's very good. But he lost to Temba Garimbo. But he also lost to Soriano.
Timba was good back then.
I hear you, right? It's not the late stage Temba Garimbo, but that's kind of sort of where the rut set in, if you will, unfortunately for him. But I don't know, I like Neil Magny. The caliber of fights that he's taking is him then learning. I mean, Zaleski is not a slouch. He beat Zaleski. Jake Matthews, okay, sure, whatever. But the ones he's lost to are the ones he's supposed to lose to. He's not supposed to lose to Brahimaj. So I think he's going to manage to pull something out by decision here.
Yeah, I like Magny here as a dog. I just think that he's the better guy. I think he has the UFC caliber. Realistically, I always go back to one of two things to make analogies. It's either MMA or comic books. I'm going to go to comic books for this analogy since we're already talking about MMA. There have been numerous times in comic books where superheroes get their powers taken from them. Even superheroes that don't necessarily have powers, like Captain America, right? They reverse engineer the super soldier serum. He becomes a skinny guy again. They have him in a fucking holding cell. What does he start doing? Push-ups and sit-ups. When he's walking down the hall with a shotgun held to his back, he has this monologue. And it makes me think of Neil Magny at this stage in his career, right? You can take away my speed. You can take away my power. You can take away all the man-made things that made me special. But one thing that doesn't disappear when you take that away is my experience. I still know what I'm doing here. And I'm leaps and bounds ahead of these kids. Brother, that is Neil Magny right now. He doesn't have to be the strongest, the biggest, the longest, the fastest in there. He's been here. He's seen every type of experience and situation you can imagine. And for that reason, I'm taking the dog in this one. I just think he's going to be the better fighter. I think there are going to be dangerous, spotty moments. I think there are going to be times in the first round, maybe even the second round, y'all, where me and you are sweating if we pick Magny, right? But I think he's going to pull it out. Like you said, that wily veteranship, it typically pays dividends. And when you're in a 3-round fight, that is something that you can definitely figure out rather than being the older guy in a 5-round fight where you have to last 25 minutes, almost a half a fucking hour against a young dog. 15 minutes? You do a whole lot in 15 minutes, brother.
It's a
And you can
lot.
pace yourself in 15 minutes. So
Yep.
give me Neil Magny. Give me the scrappy fucking dog in this one. And let's hopefully cash that fucking check.
I'm happy with that.
Let's go. Let those dogs bark, baby. Checking in before the dinner. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's fucking go. Pips Piano Tips, folks. My guy, the man, the myth, the legend. Usually sitting in the co-driver seat here, or the co-host seat. Appreciate you. Hope you had a great day at work, my friend. And with that, let's jump on into the next fight, which is the final fight of the night, or rather the first fight of the night. Jeremiah Wells coming in against Mick the Bick Oralby, or as we like to call him here on the show, y'all, Waralby. This guy puts on fucking wars, bro. Waralby. Final fight of the show. Final shot of the show. Cheers to you guys. If you haven't done so yet, like, comment, subscribe, smash the bell for notifications. Do it for both channels. Do it for Ola as well at the Fight Week show. And cheers to you folks. Let's get it.
Shout out, Pips. I'm in your seat, Pips.
Shout out Rain, John, lazy
taking a
fucking
jab.
legends. Taking your jabs. He's like, I'm in your fucking seat, bruv. It took a girl.
Oh, yes.
It took a girl. Took a girl. Oh, man. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Can I just tell you before we get into this fight how sad I am that my girl, who was supposed to be fighting Aaron Blanchfield, of course I'm talking about a Jasmine.
Já se dava ter.
I can't believe that fight got canceled. So sad. So sad about it. It would have been a good fight. Good fight. I'm not fucking leaving. I'm not fucking leaving. That's such a great scene, bro. You know, like as a guy who works in corporate sales and lives that life, I have not seen Wolf of Wall Street 100% all the way through. I've just seen clips of it on TV. That's so funny.
Yeah, it's weird. Why? We need to make a pact and actually.
I was gonna say we're gonna make that. We're gonna change that. We're gonna fix that.
Yeah.
We're gonna fix that.
Interesting.
I know the real story of Jordan Belfort. I know who the movie's about. That guy was terrible.
Yeah.
But-
like you said, the clips and everything, but not the actual movie.
Yeah, gotta watch the movie. Gotta watch the fucking movie. Now Jeremiah Wells coming in against Mick the Bick Oralby. The odds on this one are plus 675 for Jeremiah Wells and minus 1050 for Oralby. Now, what that means for those of you that don't bet, if you put $500 on Mick the Bick Oralby, you would get $47.61 whole cents back in profit. Not a lot of juice there. Not a lot of juice there at all. But if you put $500 on his opposition at plus 675, you would get $3,875 back. That's a good investment if we thought he was going to win, but I simply don't think he's going to. And let me tell you why. I just think that this is a bad matchup, right? Style for style. Wells is tough. He's a scrappy welter with some power and heart, but heart doesn't win fights. We've heard this numerous times. Oralby is a high upside prospect. He's got wrestling, athleticism, and he's got finishing ability for days, folks. Oralby should control this fight pretty much in terms of grappling, standing up, really dictating the pace, mixing levels. And with all of that being said, I think he starts to pull away with the fight. I see him pressuring, getting takedowns, and pretty much dominating against the cage until he gets his hand raised with a 30-27. Give me Oralby getting it done in gritty fashion, getting his hand raised, and starting off the card with a decision, but a bit of a banger. What do you think, y'all?
Look, I don't have much to add there. Oralby, if you can tell me how he'll lose, then we can have a conversation, because I just don't see how he loses with his skill set, with his work rate, with how he controls the cage, the pressure, everything you said. So there's not much to add. Oralby by a mile, country mile, and the odds make sense. It's one of those fights where, look, honestly, just put $10 on Wells just for the sake of it, you know, or not even 1 unit, a tenth of a unit, just for the sake of it, because the return's insane. And if it's gone, it's gone. But I just don't see how Oralby loses. That's the thing. I don't have much to say except for I don't see how he loses.
I completely agree, bro. He wants a finish from 500 to minus 1100. Wait, what? Wait, Is it 500? Is it plus 500 for a finish? Hold on. Let's see here.
Like what I said, add into the sub parlay.
I mean, I definitely might do that. By submission, he's plus 185. By knockout, he's plus 155. Straight inside the distance, he's still minus 1,000 for me. I think I'm just going to add him to another layer of that parlay. I'm going to do the first 3 that I'm very confident in, and then throw oral buy on that to get like an extra plus 10 multiplier. Because I feel like once you have 3, every time you add 10, if it's plus odds, you're getting like plus 5 or 10x multiplier on it.
Give that money back.
Exactly, brother.
So
if one of those hits, we cover the spread on all. What was that?
Exactly, and that's the thing. There's one fun thing that Topology has done recently. It gives your fighter pick history, so you can see how you've picked for a fighter over their career on Topology, which is pretty cool.
I need to get better at doing community picks on Tapology, bro. I was doing good for like a handful of cards and then I fell off. I think I've probably only made picks on Tapology for like 5 or 6 cards. But that's a fucking awesome thing. So I am definitely going to start looking into that and get more consistent on that. They have an app, yeah?
Yes, I think they do. Yeah.
Okay.
So what I do is I use that as my base when I'm looking at my picks each week. So I look at Tapology, look at my picks, look at whatever else I look at, and so I always make my picks at the exact same times I make it for the competition. So that's the only reason I'm consistent. So
with Tapology, like I use it in a similar but different way. So when I'm making my picks on the dog competition and when I'm doing my bets and my picks for the prediction show, I'll look at Tapology and I'll see what the Tapology community picks are saying. So like, for example, for Jeremiah Wells versus Make the Pick Oral Buy, there were 6,165 people that decided on it, which, fun fact, my lucky number is 616, so that's ironic. 616 is in that. And out of that 6165 people that chose, 99% of them are going with Oral Buy. It's probably one of the biggest landslides I've ever seen in Tapology community picks, so maybe not a good example, but out of that 99% that picked, right, out of over 6,000 people, 64.6% of those think he's going to get it done by submission. So I feel like that's probably a solid bet. I'm going to go ahead and just do a half unit on that. So a half unit will net you back 1.13 units in pure profit on that bet. So if your units are $50, you put $25 on it, you get $56 back in pure profit. It's a good bet. Plus 225 for a straight prop bet like that, I think is pretty fair. So, folks, as always, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching the show for the last almost 2 hours, about an hour and 38 minutes. If you haven't already done so, like, comment, subscribe, smash that bell for notifications, and make sure you show some love to the other channels. We got Kick 'em in the Head, the Head Kick Pod, and we got the Fight Week Show, folks. Make sure you're checking out those channels, showing them some love as well. And if you don't mind, if you have an extra 1 or so minutes after the show, slide down with your thumb on your phone if you're on your phone. Hit refresh if you're on a desktop. That way, when you leave a comment, it stays. Let us know your favorite picks this week. Let us know your favorite fights this week. And let us know if you've got any bets that you're feeling really hot about. We're happy to tell those every week. And then we'll shout you out on next week's show. We'll brag you up, and we'll make sure you get your flowers. So, as always, folks, if you do none of the above, none of the things I asked you to do, if you've just been laughing at us and poking fun at us the last hour and almost 40 minutes, that's fine too. As long as you do these last 2 things. We just ask that you keep on going and you keep on growing.
Kick 'em in the head!
And kick 'em in the head, folks. We'll see you next time.
You've been listening to the MMAnomaly Show. No filter. Our passion is to dive deep into the upcoming fights, give you our expert breakdowns, and help you make sense of all the chaos that is the fight game. We hope you've enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure to like, rate, and review. We'll be back soon, but in the meantime, make sure to find us on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch at MMAnomaly. Be cool, and we'll see you next time.